Just hours ago, attorneys for the Orlando location of drag-themed burger restaurant Hamburger Mary's and attorneys representing the state of Florida met in federal court.
The restaurant is suing the state over a new law that they say violates free speech. West 2's Anika Hope is live outside the federal courthouse right now. Anika, what exactly did the state say?
The state said this would not stop drag performances as they could go on for adults. Instead, they said it would target the admission of those under 18 years old. But attorneys for Hamburger Mary say it's not that clear. Tuesday, a federal court judge in Orlando heard arguments from the state of Florida and attorneys for Hamburger Mary's Orlando, a drag-themed burger restaurant. The issue, the Protection of Children Act, which is set to go into effect on July 1st. It penalizes the admission of a child to an adult live performance. Attorneys for Hamburger Mary said that the law specifically targets drag performers, but the state says it only means not to exclude drag performers.
There are two groups of people in the world who wear prosthetic breasts. One of them is mastectomy survivors, and I'm pretty sure that the state legislature was not targeting performers who've had mastectomies. And the other one is drag queens.
Another issue, Hamburger Mary said this law is vague and instead asked law enforcement to define lewd conduct as it pertains to whatever age of child is watching and according to their subjective views. But Republican lawmakers have disagreed.
Unless you're targeting children with stuff that, let's be honest, it's frankly disgusting, you have absolutely nothing to fear.
It's not unclear at all. What's clear is you have a business in Orlando saying they will go out of business if they cannot do sex shows for children. And that is stunning.
The judge asked the state if this law could bar a parent from bringing a child to a drag show that the parent sees as appropriate for their child. The state said yes. The judge then asked if this law would square with Florida's Parental Bill of Rights. That says parents have the right to direct the upbringing and moral or religious training of their minor child.
It is not incumbent on the state to do that. And it is up to parents where they can take their children, what their children can see. We're not talking about drag performances that contain, gross indecency.
The attorneys for Hamburger Mary's just won a similar lawsuit in Tennessee where a federal judge blocked the Adult Entertainment Act. And we sent a request to the governor's office for comment. We've not yet heard back. The judge said he will try to issue an order as soon as possible. We're live in Orange County. Anika Hope, West 2 News.